Hey, what's up guys, this is Kartabya and today I'm here with my friend Prithvi to talk about some tips that will help you take better photos with your phone. So let's get started. My first tip for taking better photos with your phone is to shoot in RAW. Standalone cameras have been able to do this for quite a while now, and it's good to see that the feature is now available on our phones. Well, not all phones have the option for RAW image capture, but if your phone supports it, be sure to turn it on. So whenever you take photos with your phone, it's saved as a JPEG file. While doing so, the image is compressed and it is processed automatically, which essentially results to a lower quality image and with unnatural color processing. So if you want the full untouched and unprocessed image, RAW is the way to go. So when you're done taking photos in RAW, just copy it to your computer and start processing it using Photoshop or pretty much any other image processing software. You'll get the option to adjust the exposure, highlights, contrast, vibrancy, split toning, and all these settings. They might confuse you, but you don't need to be a pro for this. Just try things out, adjust things here and there, and you'll eventually get along with it.
Now, we all know that lighting is the key for any good photo, but I won't bore you with that. Let's discuss about how you can improve dark photos or photos taken in low light. This app called Perfectly Clear is the best paid app I've ever seen. Yep, it's paid unfortunately, but worth every penny of yours. You can clean any kind of noise from your photos or even lighten up the dark or low light photos. Just don't overdo it. It will look very much overexposed.
So the next thing you can do to produce better images is to use a manual camera app. When we take photos with our default camera app, we usually shoot in auto mode, but if you want to step things up a bit and want images to look exactly the way you want, I would advise you to start using camera apps that have manual controls. When you shoot in auto mode, your phone configures the camera settings on its own, which works well most of the time, but isn't always ideal. Some phones today do have manual functions built into their default camera app, but if your phone doesn't have them, don't worry, there are tons of third-party apps that can do so. The app I have here is Camera FV5, which packs in a lot of manual controls. You have things like shutter speed control, exposure control, flash modes, ISO control, focus mode, and a lot more which are simply not available on most of our default camera apps. I could explain all the features one by one, but that would take a lot of time. It's in your hands to try things out here and there, or maybe just learn from online tutorials. Things may look complicated at first, but once you start using it regularly, you'll start understanding how the settings work and how they're linked to each other. So not only will this allow you to take better photos, but will also serve as means of practice before you jump into the whole DSLR bandwagon.
You can use these external lenses. You can choose between telephoto, fisheye, macro, wide angle lenses, etc. I'm having a macro lens over here. These external lenses are very cheap and can up your photography game up a notch. It might help you get a better zoom or whatever reason you're looking it for. Lastly, this is just a small hack you can use to get that color burn look on your photos. Just take your lighter and that's it, you can take natural color burned photos.
If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one.